Hey guys, so this is going to be your small group lesson again, just like we did last week. So just to kind of give you a heads up of what it's going to look like, it's going to look the same as it did last week. It's just we're going to do a different making words activity and we're going to read a different book and you're going to do a different activity with the book. So after this, it's going to go right into the letters that you need for making words. And then it's going to go into the video of us doing a making words lesson together. And then it'll go into us reading a book together. And I'll kind of pop in just like I did last week, where I kind of give you some things to think about and to practice while you're reading. And then after we read the book, then you'll go back to Seesaw and there'll be a little activity page where this week we're going to work on character traits. So you guys are going to get a chance to practice that with your book that you read. All right, so let's get started. Hi guys, so what I want you to do is make sure that the letters that you all see, I want you to make sure that you have those ready to go before we start our lesson. So remember, even if you don't have magnetic letters, you can just write them out on a piece of paper and cut it up or tear it up. Just make sure that you have in some way the letters that you see out in front of you. All right. All right, hi to my Snoopy group. We're gonna do another making words lesson just like we did last week, but I want you to remember that to not make the word until I snap. And then that way it gives you a chance to hear all of the sounds of the word and think about what letters do you think are gonna go in that word. I tried to do it a little bit more up close this week, so hopefully you can see the letters a little bit better than you did last week. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. So our first word has 2 letters in it, and it's the word it. It, like it is really sunny outside. It. All right, everybody say it. All right, go ahead and see if you can make the word it. All right, so I hear that sound, that short I sound, and then I hear it, that T sound. So we spell the word it, I-T. Very good. All right, so our next word has 2 letters in it, and it's the word in. In, like the opposite of out is in. Everybody say in. All right, see if you can make the word in. All right, so I really only hear one sound that changes. We still hear that it sound at the beginning, but now at the end, I hear a different sound. I do not hear the t sound anymore. I hear the n sound. So I think we're gonna use the in. In. All right, so we spell N-I-N. All right, let's move on to our next word. Our next word has 3 letters in it, and you're only gonna add 1 new letter to this word. You're actually gonna leave it just like that, but you're gonna see where does that new sound go. So our word is tin. Now it's not talking about the number 10, it's talking about like a kind of metal. So I would say the bucket is made out of tin. It's a type of metal. Everybody say tin. All right, see if you can make the word tin. All right, that one should have been pretty quick. So we still hear that N sound at the end of the word, but we hear a new beginning sound. So we hear the t, that T sound to make the word tin, T-I-N. Very good. All right, our next word has 3 letters in it, and it's the word sit. Sit. Like I love to sit on my couch and watch TV. And that's true. All right, everybody say sit. All right, see if you can make the word sit. All right, so we had to kind of move some things around with this one. So I hear that beginning sound, and then I hear it. I hear that it, that short I, it, it. And then I hear that T sound at the end. So we're gonna move that N up out of the way. So we spell sit, S-I-T. Very good. All right, so our next word has 3 letters in it, and it's the word sir. Like to show respect, I like to say yes, sir. Everybody say sir. All right, see if you can go ahead and make that word sir, but think about it, I hear a hunk and chunk in there, and I know ER says but I don't see an E up there. Think about what vowel you see and think about what hunk and chunk could make that sound. So go ahead and see if you can make the word All right, so hopefully you remembered that that hunk and chunk that makes that sound. So I hear s at the beginning still, but I hear that hunk and chunk that makes that sound. S-I-R. All right, our next word has 4 letters in it. And you're actually just gonna add 1 new letter to make a whole new word, which is really cool. So our next word is stir. Stir, like I need to stir the cake mix really well. Stir. So everybody say stir. And think about that beginning sound. Stir. I hear a blend at the beginning, just like maybe you've done with Mr. Bale before. All right, go ahead and make the word stir. All right, so I hear that blend sound at the beginning. It's not just that S sound anymore. I hear that T sound right after it. St, st. And I still hear that hunk and chunk at the end. So all we had to do is add that 1 letter and we made a whole new word. So S-T-I-R spells stir. All right, our next word has 4 letters in it, and you are really gonna have to move your letters around for this one. So our word is grin. Grin. Like when I opened my present, I had a big grin on my face. So grin is just another word for smile. So everybody say grin. All right, see if you can make the word grin. All right, so let's see. I hear another blend at the beginning of that word. It's a different blend. I don't hear st anymore. I hear gr, gr. That first sound I hear is that g sound, that G. And then I hear grr, and I hear that R right after it, grr. And then I hear the word gr, in. I hear the word in at the end. So we have I, in. So I even have, after that blend, we see a word hiding inside of that word, which again is really cool. All right, so we spell grin, G-R-I-N. Grin. All right, our next word, you are actually going to use all of the same letters. So you're not going to use the S and the T. I'm going to give you a little hint, okay? But you're going to have to rearrange those letters to make a whole new word, okay? So our word has 4 letters in it, and it's the word ring. Ring. Like I love to wear my grandma's ring on my finger. Everybody say ring. All right, see if you can make the word ring. All right, so remember you used all those same letters, but you're just moving them around. So first I hear R, I hear that R sound at the beginning. And then I hear a hunk and chunk. What hunk and chunk did you hear? I heard I-N-G, ring. So I'm gonna use those same letters, but I'm moving them around to make a new hunk and chunk, ring. All right, so we spell ring, R-I-N-G. All right, our next word has 4 letters in it, and this one you don't have to move a whole lot around. You're actually just gonna move 1 letter. So our new word is sing, sing. So like I like to sing in my car. I'm not very good at it, but I like to do it. Everybody say sing. All right, go ahead and make the word sing. All right, so all we had to do, all I hear that's different from ring is that beginning sound, ing. So the only thing I hear that's different is that beginning sound. So sing is S-I-N-G. All right, a couple more words. So our next word has 5 letters in it, and it's the word sting, sting. Like, I don't want the bee to sting me. Sting. All right, everybody go ahead and say the word sting. All right, go ahead and see if you can move those letters around to make the word sting. And you actually don't have to move them that much. All right, so the only thing that I hear that's really different from ing is I hear that, what sound? That T sound, right? But I'm thinking, where do I hear it? I still hear s at the beginning, but I hear right after that a sound, our blend, right? St. So I hear that T sound right after the S, and then I still hear that ing sound. So sting is STING. All right, and then our last word is our mystery word. So, it's really close to this word, but what word could you make if you added that R in somewhere? Think about it for a second. What do you think our mystery word is? All right, so if you guessed the word string, then you are right. So that's our mystery word. So like I used a bright string to hang my papers. String. Everybody say string. All right, see if you can find out where that R goes to make the word string. All right, so I hear that R sound towards the beginning of the word, and it's actually a blend too. So blends can actually have not just 2 letters, they can have 3 letters in it. So we still hear that ST, but this time we hear that R sound in there too. So we actually have, ooh, my board's gonna fall. We have that that blend. So sometimes blends can have 3 letters in it, and I'm sure you all have practiced that a little bit with Mr. Bale. I know he does that a lot with you guys. So string is STRING. All right, good job on your making words lesson. And so we're gonna read our book next. All right, so we're gonna read our book called Magic Tricks. And in this story, Victor tries to do some magic tricks with his family, and so we're going to see what happens. But take a look at the cover, because there's a lot going on just on the front cover in that picture. And I want you to kind of stop and think, either to yourself or turn and tell somebody that's sitting close to you, what can you infer about how Victor's sister, that's who the girl is on the front cover, what can you infer about how she feels? Because you can look at her face and her kind of body and the way that she's holding her body and kind of get an idea of how she feels about what's going on. And then I will read and we'll find out why she feels that way. So take a little chance to infer about Victor's sister and how she feels. So on this page, Victor comes into what looks like the living room, and he announces to his family that he's Victor the Great and he's going to do some magic. So I want you to think about, like, what would you do, or how would you feel if your brother or sister, or if you don't have a brother or sister, if one of your friends came in and they just announced, like, I'm so-and-so the Great and I'm going to do some magic for you. Would you be excited? Would you be like kind of annoyed that he was bothering you or she was bothering you? So how would you feel? Kind of see if you can make a connection to the story. Or maybe it just reminds you of something that has happened in your life. Maybe there's a time that you did some magic. So turn and tell somebody, or just stop and think about it before you read the next page. So on this page, Isabel, Victor's sister, says, I'm sick of that trick. Can't you make other things disappear? And why would you think I would read it like that? I didn't say, I'm sick of that trick. Can't you make other things disappear? Why would I not sound happy? Take a look at her. She's got her arms folded. She's got kind of a sour look on her face, like she's annoyed. So I want you, if you didn't do this already, go back and read that page again and read it how you think Isabel would say that. So in my opinion, I kind of put a little bit of attitude in my voice because that's how she looks to me in the picture. So make sure that you practice that fluency. So I don't know about you, but I think Isabel changed a lot from the beginning of the story to the end of the story. At the beginning of the story, she was kind of annoyed, and I don't think she really wanted to see what Victor had to do with his magic tricks. But then by the end of the story, she was laughing, and I think he kind of won her over with his magic tricks, and she liked them. So what you're going to do is you're actually not going to do character traits about Victor. You're going to do character traits about Isabel because she changed a lot in the story. So and now that you're done reading the book, I want you to, when this video is over, you're going to go back to Seesaw, and there's going to be a graphic organizer that has a bunch of different bubbles on it. And I want you to write down, what do you think are some character traits about Isabel? So it might be inside character traits like how she felt, how she acted, what she said, the way she felt. Might have said that already. That's okay. And it might be the way she looked too. So it might be outside character traits. So she had brown skin. She had dark hair. So think about like what she was wearing. So go ahead and go back to Seesaw and you're going to work on that. And then make sure you submit it so that I can see what you did.